this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the UK, and as a demonstrator my job is to showcase products from Stampin' Up to give you some inspiration of what you could use them for to make your own paper crafting projects. Today we're working with this set, Celebrate with Flowers. I've been showcasing this set over the last couple of weeks on my blog and my YouTube channel, so if you're interested, just have a look back through my videos and you'll see another couple of cards made with this set. And this is our project for today. Really sweet little card, which was inspired by the catalogue. It's always a good place, if your mojo is running low, it's always good to have a quick look at the catalogue. So here's the stamp set in the catalogue, and there are always samples with them, and this is the sample. This is the sample that inspired me to make today's card. It's not quite exactly the same, but it just gave me the inspiration. So what are we going to do? This one I made in Fresh Freesia. Today we're going to work in Polished Pink. So leave that there. First of all, I've got my normal card blank. I've got some measurements here for you, but not for the card blank. So this is the measurements for the vellum, and this is the measurements for the white. And if you want them, these are in inches and inches down the bottom. We'll talk about those as we come to them. But the card blank is 21 by 15, or I will give you it in inches, 8 1/4. I know that, I don't know why I measured it, by 6. So there we go. Just score that at either 4 1/8 or at 10 1/2, and that will give you a lovely card blank, which is the standard size. It's an called A6, standard size card blank, at least here in the UK, and you can get C6 envelopes that fit that perfectly. Right, now the first thing we need to do is this layer here, which is white embossed vellum. So I've got a piece of vellum which is cut to 8 1/2 centimeters by 11 1/2 centimeters, or 3 1/2 by 4 1/2 inches if you're an imperial girl or man or bloke. Don't want to ignore the blokes here. Right, okay, so I've got this stamp, which is the one with the leaf arrangement on it, and I'm going to take my Versamark, but what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take my Emboss Buddy. Sadly we no longer sell these, but they are available through various craft shops and actually on Amazon. Woodware make one, and I think it's certainly less than £5. Put it like that. I've seen various prices, but certainly less than £5. Right, and then I'm just going to, with the Versamark, stamp around the edges of this. It's quite tricky to see where you've stamped unless you hold it up to the light. And you only need to do the outsides because that's the only bit that's going to show, because our panel is going to be over the rest. So as I hold it up to the light, I can see where I've stamped, and then position my next one. There we go. There, so that's all my Versamark done, and I just need to take my white embossing powder and pick this up carefully so that I don't touch the embossing, and slip some powder over that end, and then just do that end. Give it a flick to get rid of any surplus. It's looking beautiful, actually. I do like this effect of white embossing on vellum. Right, I'm using my new Stampin' heat gun today. This is a Stampin' Up heat gun. Previously I've used my very, very old one that was looking a bit cracked and decrepit, and I've invested in a new Stampin' Up one, so I haven't used it before, so we're going to try it and see what happens. It's a bit noisier than my last one. Somebody pointed out that it probably would be. It's a lot easier to direct the heat, though, I can see, than my other one. The other one, the heat diffused away from it quite a lot, and burnt my fingers. This is a lot easier. I can hold this quite close and not get burnt fingers, which is a big advantage. Hope you can still hear me above the noise. It's getting a bit warm now. And just along here a little bit. Just want it all to have gone shiny. There we go. There. Now I'm just going to put that to one side. Now you can see I've smudged it a little bit, but I don't think it will matter too much because we're going to put a panel on it, so it won't be too obvious that there's a bit of a smudge there. Right, now we need our white panel. Our white panel measures 9.5 centimetres by 6.5. So it's quite a tiny little panel. Get rid of all the embossing powder on there. Right, and so what we're going to do is take this stamp again. And we're going to stamp in slate, smoky slate, in the centre of this. Might want to practice on a piece of spare piece of card first, so you get it the right way. Right, so that's there on there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp it again on a little piece of cardstock, because I'm going to cut out a couple of those leaves as well. It's quite a thin piece of cardstock. I don't know if it's going to be big enough. Let's give it a try. Oh, that's fine. I've got the ones there that I want to cut out. That's right. And then on this same piece of while we're here, let's do our sentiment. May your day be filled with sunshine. I don't normally like sentiments that don't just say happy birthday and things, but I thought this one was quite sweet, so I went with it. And it's from the same set. There, may your day be filled with sunshine. That's quite nice, isn't it? You could send that as a birthday, or you could just send it as a cheer up card for somebody. So that's all our smoky grey done. We now need our polished pink. Oh no, it's not all our smoky grey done actually. But I will show you what else we need to do in a minute. Polished pink. We're going to take the semicircular flower, and we're going to stamp in full strength. And then we're going to do one second generation, and then I'm going to do another second generation one like that. So we've got three images there, and they all need to be fussy cut out, I'm afraid. Doesn't take very long. Just cut round the base, moving the cardstock rather than your scissors, which gives you a bit more control. And then along here, I'm not going to cut really in and out at all of here. I'm just going to cut a kind of wiggly line, but not in and out of all those little grooves, because it would drive me nuts to do that. So that's one. And another. I quite like fussy cutting. I don't mind it at all. I know it sends a lot of people nuts, and they don't enjoy it at all. Especially for little projects like this where there's not too much to do. I've been cutting out some of the characters on the Penguin Playmates paper, the free salabation paper, doing a lot of that. Actually, I don't need this one. This one has got to stamp straight onto the thing. I don't need that one actually. So we'll leave that for in a minute. And now we're just going to cut out this big leaf here, just to give it a bit more dimension. I'm going to put these ones up on dimensionals. So just that one, and then just this little one as well, this little clear one, like so. Go. Right, okay, so we need to stamp our full strength one. I've done it quite high actually, so I'm going to have to be a bit careful here. I've done this a bit higher than I did it on the last one. So, because I need to leave room to put the stamens in. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to place these, if I can get that one that's trying to escape, where I think I would like them. So maybe there. And I'm going to mark with a pencil the top of them so that I know where I need to put the stamens. So it's quite difficult because these are not photopolymer, because these are red rubber. You just need to make sure you get those. So what my tip is to do the stamens first, and then you can position your flower to link in with the stamens. But you've got a guide there if you've done that. So I've got a little mark there. I'm going to bring it down a bit because I know that there's a bit of red rubber there, that the stamp doesn't start at the bottom of this stamp. There's a bit of red rubber that you have to allow for. So there we are, and I've just put my stamens on here as well, like so. Not perfectly positioned, but I think it's okay. Right, and then I need some dimensionals. Where's my tweezers there? A couple of dimensionals on each of these. Yeah, I've put this stamp a bit too far up on my piece of cardstock, sadly, but never mind. And then that one can go there. And oh, done it. This one. Could do more of these if you wanted. You don't just have to do 3. I do quite like uneven numbers though, so if you're not going to do 3, I would do 5. And that one goes there. And then we've just got our leaves to add in. So I'm going to add this leaf to go, oh, not that way round, that way round. I'm going to add that leaf there, I think. So it looks like that flower is got something to attach to. So it's a bit floating in the air at the minute. Like so. And I'm going to do this one down here just to sort of bring it down a bit. Actually, maybe on the other side. Maybe we'll do that there. Just so that it brings it down a little bit. So it doesn't all look too squashed up at the top. Just one of those would be okay. There we go. There. And that's our panel finished. And now to put it all together. Right, first of all, I've got a panel to put in the middle of my card. So whereas my card measures 10.5 by 15, this measures 9.5 by 14. So just a little bit of Tombow on my panel. Like so. Inside, I could do another flower inside there if I wanted to. Right, now my vellum panel has straightened out a bit. The bit that I haven't caught there. Just going to go back in and reheat that little bit. There we go. A little bit that I haven't caught there, that was still powder rather than embossed. Right, now what's really wonderful, where should I put that? I think I might put it that way so that my spludge is down there, because I don't think the eye tends to go that much. I found that if you use Seal or Seal Plus, it doesn't show through the vellum, which is brilliant. If you can get it started. So just a little bit of vellum around the outside. Really is a boon that this doesn't show through the vellum, because it makes it a lot easier to use vellum on your cards. There we go. Now this is going to go fairly central in our card blank, and you won't get any wiggle room, so make sure when you put it down that it's where you want it, because you don't get a chance to regroup if it's not right. There we go. And then this panel just goes on there with a little bit of Tombow. Like so. And this one I am just going to spread out a little bit with a cocktail stick, just so that we don't get any Tombow coming through there. There we go. And that goes in there. Makes quite a nice background, that vellum, doesn't it? It's got gluey fingers. There. So there they are together. Yeah, my positioning wasn't great on this one. I prefer it there. I should have thought about that before, put it a bit more down the bottom. But you live and learn. If I made another one, I'd do that. So that's my card for today. So it's the Celebrate with Flowers stamp set. It's just a standalone stamp set. Love this vertical happy birthday. Love this long stem here. The dragonfly is quite fun. That little daisy flower is quite fun as well. So I hope you like my cards. I hope you'll have a look back and see the others. So I've now got 3 cards that I've made using this set. And I'll be back very soon. Everything I've used is linked below, so do go there, and a link to my blog where you can see more pictures of these as well. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a lovely day, and I'll be back again soon. Bye.